Let's check in on Fowler. Dai is on pre-poll this morning. Dai, we've got now a couple of days of early voting. What's this? What?
Hello.
Sorry to interrupt you. No, you can.
Right.
You speak to your constituents. They're absolutely the priority. But what are you picking up this morning? What were you saying, by the way?
Oh, they said how to vote for me, and I just explained to them to put one for me and then number every box, because a lot of voters here are very confused about vote one and the numbering system. As you know, local, state, we have vote one, but at the federal level, it's a different voting system. So in a multicultural community, this is such a big problem. So we're trying to educate them to vote all the boxes. Even the Senate paper, people just think they're going to put one, but that's New South Wales. They think you can put one. So that's the most complicated.
You're putting your bilingual skills to the test right throughout this campaign.
Trilingual, that's right.
How many languages do you speak, Dai?
Oh, look, actually two, but a few words in Assyrian and a few words in Laotian, but not enough to explain to them in the how to number the ballot papers, in those languages. But I've got different, volunteers who speak different languages here, which is quite critical.
Okay, so what is the sentiment you're picking up there? As people go into, have they made up their mind? Are they taking the how to vote cards? What's going on?
They're taking the how to vote card. I can see that's huge. Obviously, people who voted for me will continue to vote for me. But the surprising thing that I think we're picking up is that there's quite a lot of people are voting Liberal. So that is a surprising thing, not just in Werriwa, in McMahon as well. So, and people are sharing that they put, like, once they vote, they're sharing out that they're putting Labor last, 7. And I was surprised. There's somebody who was from the Arabic and Muslim community shared that on their obviously messenger chat and sharing that around. That was a surprise to me. And look, we've done very well, and obviously, the government just came out and announced 2 days ago $80 million for Fairview Hospital, and it's so funny. I called in one of my, speeches in Parliament that the government has to co-invest. The federal government has to give at least $500 million to Fairview Hospital, because it hasn't been done, nothing has been done since the 1980s. So 2 days ago, they've announced the $80 million for Fairview Hospital. And of course, Labor is now using that in their DLs, saying that Labor has delivered on Fairview Hospital. So and they're promising money left, right and centre out here in Fowler and McMahon.
Very interesting indeed. So when you see the published polls day after day, you have an exit poll today that showed there's a 3 or 4% swing to Labor in some of these marginal seats. That doesn't seem to be equating with what you're seeing on the ground in Fowler. Is that correct?
I don't know. I don't know how they're doing their polling. To be honest, the voters are very angry. They're basically angry at the major parties, first of all. And the voters that have shared how they voted here, they put Labor last. So I'm surprised. They walk in with their Labor card, and they come out and they'll say, "I've sent you a text," and they showed me, that they voted Labor last. So they're still, it's third day, but I believe that Fowler is number 5 in terms of in the top 5 in Australia where people have gone out to vote early. Because the majority of us work every day here, 7 days a week. So people take the opportunity to go and vote early. So that's probably the reason why such a high turnout in pre-poll.
All right. Well, good luck, Dai. Thanks so much for making the time for us on day 3 of pre-poll. I appreciate it.